Eric White, and this is my story about Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on my door during Thanksgiving. Yep. So please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Quick shout out to Susan Gaskin, Candace Lambert, Marbo, producer Makia Jones, bodybuilding, and apostate chick. All right, so let me get into this crazy story. So it's Thanksgiving. I'm cooking. Food's almost ready. I had my daughter with me and some friends over, maybe 6 of us, ready to eat, and the doorbell rings. Yep. So it's Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was kind of shocked because it's been a while since they've been to my neighborhood. 'Cause I live in a real bad neighborhood, and the last time Jehovah's Witnesses came to my neighborhood, they was robbed, by Mormons. So yeah, that's how bad my neighborhood is. So I'm like, okay, so they ring my doorbell, and I open the door and I say, hey, look, guys, I'm busy. They apologized and said, well, they want to leave some information, some tracks, whatever. And so I was about to let them go, and I thought about it. I said, well, maybe I can share some of my beliefs, say maybe some scriptures, or maybe I could wake them up a little. And I believe it was 2 elders, 2 African American elders, kind of short, stocky, kind of big guys, kind of chubby, whatever. They had to weigh it. It had to be at least 500 pounds between them, maybe 1,000. And so, okay, so these guys, they wear glasses, whatever, and I'm like, walking, okay, so I'm trying to talk to him, and one of the elders, he's sniffing, right? He's like sniffing and looking behind me, looking inside my house, wide-eyed, he's sniffing, and I'm assuming he can smell the food, right? Maybe he's hungry or whatever, and so I said, oh, hey, you want to come in? Maybe we can share a meal, because I had a lot of food. I cooked a lot of food. I had, beans, greens, tomatoes, hams, yams, chicken, turkey, you name it. So they come in. So I said, you come on in, and they say, no, that's okay. We don't really celebrate Thanksgiving. And I'm like, come on in. It's just food. We won't do any thanking or anything like that. So they came in and they said, sure, but we'll have some food. And man, and I forgot the brothers' names, because they can eat. I forgot the brothers' names. We'll just call them brother, brother diabetes and brother high blood pressure, whatever. Okay, so brother diabetes and brother high blood pressure come in. They sit down, and we all start eating. And these guys, oh man, they put so much food on their plate, and they're eating, and they get a first plate, they get a second plate, a third plate, and I'm just watching them, and they're eating, and they got their face in the food, really, like they're eating, and I'm like, I'm trying to share some scriptures now. I'm like, hey, what do you guys think about the God's name, and the UN information on the UN, and just trying to wake these guys up a little, and they're eating, and they got their face in the food, and I'm like, I'm sharing all my apostate beliefs, and they're like, yeah. So they're kind of agreeing with me. Like they're like, I'm like, yeah. So 607 BCE is not really, this is wrong. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm thinking like, are these guys agreeing with me because they're hungry and they want to eat, and they don't want to talk. Maybe they eat it, whatever. And I'm like, hey, this is not Jehovah's name, and they're like, they're giving me thumbs up and everything, and so I'm like, wow. So they're eating their food. So we talked for a while, and I said, let me go to the store and get some alcohol. So I excuse myself. I go to the store. come back, and I'm assuming that they're talking to my friends, whatever. So I come back in the house. Guess who's sleeping on the couch? Yeah, guess who got the itis? Whatever. Like, they're knocked out on the couch. Brother diabetes and brother heart attack or I'm sorry, high blood pressure. They're knocked out on the couch, like sleeping. And one of the brothers, he got chicken falling from his mouth, and he's snoring, and he's how your stomach sticks out, like from eating a lot, and his stomach is like sticking out, and his shirt is kind of unbuttoned, and I can see his navel, and he's sleeping. And other brother, high blood pressure, he got his thumb in his mouth, they're gone, like they're knocked out. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Some of my friends left, so, and I'm pissed off. I'm like, these guys, how dare they, they come over and eat my food, and they just want to eat, right? So I go upstairs, to get my belt, because I'm about to, like, kick these guys out, whatever. So I go upstairs and I pass the bathroom. Like, yeah, it smelled like one of these guys really did it. So I passed the bathroom and it smelled like Satan took a dump or something, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I go in the bathroom, I look in the toilet, and there's like this huge turd, like two huge turds, like there's two huge JW turds in my toilet, right? And it looked like John the Baptizer baptized his crap or something. So I'm like, Jesus Christ. So these big two turds in my toilet, and I swear it looked, one of them looked like a J, kind of, and one of them looked like kind of a W, and it was like they was trying to spell out jw.org or something. I don't know. So they leave these huge turds in my toilet, and I'm pissed off, right? I'm like, oh hell no. So I get my belt, right? So I go downstairs, and like Jesus got the ropes and the whip, and to kick out the scribes and Pharisees from the temple. I got my belt, right? I'm like, oh hell no. And I hit the couch, and I'm like, get out this house. And they wake up, they wake up, and I'm sorry. They're like, I'm sorry. And one of them was like, can I share a scripture with you? Like really? Like really, after all this? Like, okay, so I'm kicking these guys out. I lead them to the door, and guess what brother diabetes say to me? He's like, I'll see you at Christmas. Yeah. So crazy story, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like,